Good morning. Welcome back to John's Texas Workshops. We're down here in the farm shop today, and I'm going to show you my welding and fabrication table. I've got my YouTube partner and daughter Kate helping me film this morning, so we're just going to make a round trip around here. Anyway, I guess we'll start with this table. There, right after 9/11, there was an auction in my little hometown here and welding shop, and he had this slab out there, and it was just a slab of metal. It's 5 foot by 12 foot. The neat thing is it's 2 3/8 inches thick. So that means it's just the top alone weighs about 5,800 pounds. And so, man, it's nice. You can beat on it, you can pull on it or whatever. It came with these hoses on the end. I don't know what they were for, but they've actually turned out to be pretty handy. It'll be there. You can put a piece of metal in there if you want to try to straighten it or something. And heavy this table is, you can put chains in here on both ends and put a come along and pull apart a hydraulic cylinder or whatever you're working on. It has really been a good deal for that. But like I said, this is kind of the center of the shop, so everything lands on it. Anyway, we bought this slab, and we had an old Big G a disc that was wore out, and so I cut it up, and that's what I made all the frames out of. It's 4 by 6 inch tubing. Part of it was even already welded, so it worked out good. I bought 3 Vises when I bought this top from that old shop. And man, these Vises are older than I am, I bet. This vise right here is a Reed number 33, and we use it mainly for grinding. It's lined up with this table, so you can put a long piece of metal in there and it doesn't interfere. And it's one of our go-to vices. Guess as we walk through here, I got some chains that I dedicated to the table. I painted them green. I hope they'll stay around. That's just so handy for lifting or pulling or whatever, to have a chain that's handy. And I built this little tray here. I'm going to squat down here a second. And that's what we put our used clean metal with. It works good. I guess the next item is these little clamps that you buy at Harbor Freight. I mean, they're $8 a piece, and you're going to burn them up, but it's so handy for a one-person welding table. And the next item is this hydraulic jack. But the good thing about it is that you can lay it horizontally, so I can put it on this table and lay it down and put some dogs on the table and press parts out or in or whatever, place for the handle. Then I've always wanted some storage for my blocks. And when you're weld by yourself, you're always getting blocks and stuff to prop something up to hold the other end, and just nice to have this selection. So we've got 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1s. And we got these 1/4 inch plates came off an old International cultivator. They're perfectly 1/4 inch. They work great. Then I built some 1/8 inch shims to finish up the job. Then we've got some racks on the bottom here that we can keep a little pipe inside. It's nice in the winter that it's not covered with snow if you got a little project going. Then I built a few of these drawers that hold my chipping hammer and brush and stuff, where you can kind of have an idea of where they are. Also got storage here for my metal bender. We've got it fixed where it goes in these holes over here. I don't know if I can hit the right pattern or not right now, but there we go. It goes right down there, and you beat it. Portable to come in or out. And then back over here, we've got these pull-outs to working on a piece of pipe or something where it doesn't roll. Get it wherever you want to. We've got some more holes here and here to different size pipe. Pretty handy. Okay, we're always having to get on top of this table, weld and grind. I used to just hop up there, and I think those days are over. So I built me a little pull-out ladder that I can step up there. And I built me this handle here, and I've got it fixed where you can twist it over here and it'll lock itself. So when you crawl up and down, you got a hand hook. That's been a pretty good safety factor. Push that in. And I guess we're over here to this vise. This is one vise I didn't buy. I was at the metal recycling place taking some metal and saw that old thing out there and asked that guy about it. He said, I'll just take it. He's just going to cut it up anyway. So anyway, it was froze solid, and they had tried to pull it out, and they pushed the whole back end out. So we took this thing and took some crawling out oil and oiled that thing out for about a week, and we finally got it broke loose. And man, it's been a good vise. Anyway, we just mounted it down here, probably so I can keep my shin on it, but we haven't yet. But it's so handy for you got a 24 or long piece that you want to grind or something to be able to stick it down here. Squat down here again, and we got a couple more drawers here. They're not really drawers, shelves, I guess. And we got some fireball tools we're excited about getting and putting in there. And then we got metal storage in here for all new metal, and we've got 4 racks. The top 2 are just 4 or 5 foot deep, and the bottom 2 are 10 foot deep. So on the top rack, we've got around solid rods and our solid square shafts, and the second layer is all flat iron. The third layer is all tubing except for this flat metal that I'm using for that project that I got up there. And then the last one is our angle iron. And it's just so nice to have some stock and pull it out and not have to go out in our junk pile and hunt something. So there we are. Okay, we're here to our third vise, and it's a Reed number 206. And it is a doozy of a vise. We put everything in that thing. And so when I had this plate, we just welded a piece of 3/4 inch plate to mount it to, and it hadn't budged on us. We're walking around here, and we got places for all our heavy sink clamps here, and got them where we can get to them. And then we got these dogs that I built. You can take these and got my hole filled up there. Anyway, you'll go in those holes, and you take this thing and run two welds down both sides wherever you want it to, and press whatever you want, and then just cut those welds off. I mean, we've welded everything to this table and cut off, and we don't ever have to worry about warping it with what I do, for sure. Okay, we're getting back over here. We got this fixed up for our cutting drawer. It's heavy. I need to put some bearings on it. Anyway, we built this to do our plasma cutting or our torch cutting. We just built this drawer, and then we took these 5/8 nuts and welded them there where they're about 1/4 inch between. And then we took those old T-posts and put in there, and they have these divots on the top here, so it supports your metal, and you can just cut right through everything. And if you cut one up, it's easy to replace, and then when you want to clean out, it's really easy. So it's been a handy deal. And below that, we just got some of our bar clamps stored there. Getting here on the end, and we got our third vise that we bought at that auction. It's a Columbia Hal. Got it set up just below the table. We use it all the time to grind and everything else. On the end here, we got our old family anvil. See if I can pull this heavy thing out. Anyway, we got to put a folded handle on it. Put a couple of bearings on the back of it, and pull this thing about wherever we want to, if you're stout enough, and move it around the shop. But this thing is old. I know my granddad fixed many a plowshare and did a bunch of horseshoeing with this thing, so it's kind of neat to keep it around. Then if we look up high, we've got this vent that goes over the table. And I got it fixed up on a little Harbor Freight electric wrench, and you can move that thing about wherever you want to. Then it just connects to a 4-inch tubing. It goes outside to an old bin family got. It, if you get it right over where you're welding it, it'll suck a whole bunch of those fumes out. That really helps. And I guess if we look overhead, there's a 40-foot beam that goes across the shop. It's got a couple of hoists on it. It's got a huge old heavy manual hoist, and it's got a little electric hoist over there. That's been really handy. If you look over there, there's a rolling hoist that goes, it makes almost a 180-degree arc, and it'll come halfway up around this table. So we can carry metal on here and lay on the table, or use that electric hoist. That little Milwaukee we use a lot. Well, I guess as I've been walking around here, you've seen this thing up here on top. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but you're sure welcome to put it in the comments. See if you can guess what we're getting ready to build. Anyway, it's one of our projects. All right, well, I want to thank y'all for visiting our shop today, and if you get a chance, you might subscribe or give us a comment. So thanks for watching John's Texas Workshops.